Bailey now to kick this one away. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Ravens. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now Jackson on first down, letting one go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, 33 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings now heading on to the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, Cousins eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
On 3rd down, Cousins. They'll buy some time right. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And as a defender, if you go over 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
They go play action here on 1st down, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson now to throw again. Looking deep for Crabtree. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football.
Gun!
On third down, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big-time third down play for the Ravens. 78 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 55 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Cousins on the keeper, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Bailey now to kick this one away. The return man, Chris Moore. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
1st and 10. It's Jackson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Anthony Barr in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action. It's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Great move by Montgomery. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Jackson on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, 43 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is up to 8. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. In for the score. And the Vikings are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And the Ravens taking the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Emerson Griffin in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Emerson Griffin in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Sam Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Sherrills. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 59 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so
they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Cousins. Flush to his right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. The secondary has been roasted in this 1st half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 57 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. To the air again, it's Cousins. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Caught right side. It's Snead. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
That could not have been timed out any better, and that's exactly what receivers want. The ball in their hands as quick as possible allows them to catch it at full speed and take off and go. And how about the end result there? Big-time run after catch yardage. That rack yardage is so valuable for any offense.
Now Jackson. Being chased out left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And now it's 2nd down. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. A final shot before break. Jackson over the middle, and it's incomplete. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Detroit!
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Finding room to the 20. Snead's got it. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens are in for 6. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson. Buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now running right through it. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. First down. Here's Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Right, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Collins. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Collins now the lone man in the backfield, 2nd and goal.
Check. Crunch.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Watch him now, Barney.
On 3rd and goal, Collins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Alex Collins with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And he puts it through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he spins free. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Cousins on first down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Throwing, Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down, eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Montgomery. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Here as he's taken down. Emerson Griffin in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
Here we go.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he was being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's able to find Diggs. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now Cousins. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Now a give. This is Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stomp.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, Cousins flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. C.J. Mosley in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And the pressure gets to him again. C.J. Mosley in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Montgomery. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, a quick throw out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Detroit!
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And no, it's incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Dancing to, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. C.J. Mosley in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. A give. This is Cook. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
Brandon, they likely have time for one last play, but it's got to be a heave into the end zone. Anything short, no good for them.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot now for Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and
Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? All in my system, been the one I'm kissing. One might extensions that'll look like expeditions on. Man, it's too loud. Hear me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, yup. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all these steps on my...
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Cody Parkey now ready to get this one started, and off we go from Soldier Field.
Here we go.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Cousins now on second down. Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 48 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On second down, Cousins again, sliding out of the pocket. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
Hey, gotta go.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. In on the stop there, Andrew Sendejo.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
18. Red, up. Check. Hey, gotta go.
This is Howard on second down. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. And
he's into the clear. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there, 72 yards, and the Bears have taken the early lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. As an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Lock in, lock in.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, 18.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's go.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hands up. 180. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Gotta go. Hey.
Out of the gun, Trubisky finds his target. It's Bellamy. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Josh Bellamy, 40 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
To throw is Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it at the 15. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one, 45 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now a 2nd down run for Murray. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Cousins. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It's Cousins on the sneak. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, got him halfway there. You don't see the sneak all that often from the 2-yard line because you definitely don't want to see your quarterback get clobbered. But you wonder if we might see the same play again.
Cousins on the keeper, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins taking it in. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. Cousins to throw it this time. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
18.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gotta go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
Yeah, and that play was pretty well doomed right from the start. The pressure was really affecting him. Collapsed everything in the pocket. He had to move around, try to get it downfield. Incomplete.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Right back to him on first down. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, Trubisky into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. Lets it fly for Thielen. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Ron, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Cousins again. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. First down. Here's Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 31 yards. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
On first down, Trubisky dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Cohen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Trubisky now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
18.
Now Trubisky to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll buy some time right. And this one is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Deion Bush with a pick. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Cousins now on 2nd down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
Hey, we're good.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Final play of the half. Cousins. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
A give to Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. This is taken at his 4. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Again, it's Howard. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Lock in, lock in. Lock in, lock in.
This is Cohen on the toss. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Everyone's got 4 down. Hey, watch that. Gotta go, gotta go.
Again, it's Cohen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Red, up.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Hey. 4 down.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Let's go.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On third down, Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Gotta go, gotta go.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down, Cousins. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Over the middle, it's taken in by Bellamy. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. Trubisky now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Trubisky will throw. It's brought in by Kevin White. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
You see it? Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
They run. This is Cohen. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go. 18.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss. And that'll lead to a fourth down.
Lock it.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on fourth down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
To throw, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Handoff comes to Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. To throw is Cousins. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Lock in.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Lock in.
Now Cohen, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gotta go.
Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary?
That's caught inside the 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And now here comes their final timeout, as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And now here comes their final timeout, as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire. But in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance. But it's just not meant to be.
This is Cohen, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And Charles,
that. Plenty don't even know where waste that. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this race. Now what you went to, you need to relay, chase money like Usain. I'll give you the boat chain and plain fame name, that's insane. Pop up. You need a, in case the moolies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mommy, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me, I live in you. Both of our fire fin you.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down, here's Cousins. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Throwing is Cousins. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to a guy playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have backup.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They convert on third with a gain of 22. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Cousins now to throw on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 33 yards, and the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Gets around him. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their 38.
46.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott rolling to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22.
47. Here we go, 46. 46.
A first down throw for Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That good for 19 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Ben Gideon leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Prescott now on second down. His throw caught right around the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Good. Switch. Hey, we go 46. 46.
Prescott on third and 2. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
It's coming now. Here we go, 46. Switch, hey. Done. Here we go, 46.
And that'll set them back 5. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
And now out comes Minnesota. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Black. Yellow.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Lets it fly for Thielen. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Hey, receiver.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Jalen Smith not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Why?
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Black.
Now Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Cousins. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Cousins now from the 50. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Cousins again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Oh, good move. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
You go 46. Gun. 46.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and long for Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 1:59 to go in the 1st half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Gun. 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. And again, it's Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after
his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Prescott to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe-tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. He'll get it up the middle. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, it's Jackson, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Like a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd down, Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 63 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. Second down, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 41 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Third and long for Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. To throw, Cousins. Flush to his right. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They run it for the first time with the backup Murray. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins now. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Throwing is Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Cousins. A quick throw, but incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Prescott now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. The give is to Elliott. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Following the interception, Cousins flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you sit.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw is Cousins. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Now Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Following the interception, here's Prescott going for the deep ball. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 44 yards. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now they'll run. Murray. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that can come back and get you.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 20. Twenty-three-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now a second down throw for Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up fourth down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Now let's go. Boo,
They go with Chubb on second down. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his leg.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. Spinning away. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and those creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Hey, Ringo, 48.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And he finds Cook. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
A second down throw for Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
Cousins now on second down. Looking for the... And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing, Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. First down, Mayfield. Fells has it, left side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Darren Fells, 60 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you can do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Cousins from the gun on third. Going deep for Diggs. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd down, Mayfield. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield going up top. And it's caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 54 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Handoff comes to Chubb. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
To throw, Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Now Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he almost gets this to the 30.
Mama, trust all these steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could've had a president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to school me, but I've been a genius. Caddy looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. play fake here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there on the first play of the game. 47 yards.
Here we go.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme. So he does.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception, here's Prescott, escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Eluding the pressure right toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
46.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Buying time to his left. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On a crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
26.
A first down throw for Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. And that's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
26.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up 4th. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
4 down. Everybody, go ahead. Gun.
And again, it's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Again, this is Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It's Cousins on the sneak. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins taking it in. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. To throw is Cousins. And this throw will be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Bailey now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Switch to 30.
Prescott on first down. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a three-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
47. Done.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's Elliott. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
Here we go, 46.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. Now Elliott. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. But there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 23 yards on the play.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and they just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them to.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Gun. 46. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott flush to his right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
23 yards on the play.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson able to get him for a loss of about 3.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
An excellent field position here as this drive will start on the other side of the 50-yard line. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This is Elliott. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
A first down carry by Elliott. Finding some room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Switch and 8.
On second down, Prescott again. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
46. Here you go. 26.
Prescott to throw it. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
Swing on the field, right. To the right.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen, and even 60 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they're doing.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Throwing, Prescott. Trying to lay one up deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Here's Prescott. He'll buy some time, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 5. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 48, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott rolling to his right. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
10th carry now for Elliott. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now second down. A second down throw for Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Check. 47.
Prescott now. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
46.
First down, Prescott. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
46.
They'll throw again. Prescott. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And down inside the 15 he goes. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, Prescott. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. Back near the goal line, Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Gonna let it, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
following the interception. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown